We are wrapping up the final season of the 40 Year Sim, a short 20-minute little episode. Let's go ahead and get into it. That's Bradley Beal. We'll see him in the Lakers a little bit later, but let's get into the Hawks versus the Celtics, two very good teams in the East, 126-125. It's February. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander passing it to Jaylen Brown for the corner three. And the Hawks go up by 4. We got Karl Anthony Towns making a basket for the Boston Celtics. Zach LaVine dribbling, pulling up for the J, missing the shot. Celtics ball, but I think that's pretty much over. This game is pretty much over. 32 points for Devin Booker. Didn't see a single highlight from him, which is pretty typical. John Collins of the Pacers dunking the ball on the Heat, against the Heat. Chris Paul of the Heat missing a shot. Anthony Davis with the tip in. 112-111. Pacers up by 1. Paul George not quite getting a screen, but makes the jumper anyway. Now here is Ja Morant missing a jumper. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Paul George with the pass. Jalen Duren with the miss, then the make. 3-point game, Heat up. Hassan Whiteside still in the league in this sim. Perhaps he shouldn't be, but I'll leave that up to you to decide. Ja Morant makes a basket, and it's a 1-point game. Paul George with a bad pass. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there. And we got Ja Morant doesn't quite get that pass. 2 bad passes in a row. That's a nice pass. Jalen Duren with a reverse jam. Dante DiVincenzo handling the ball. 42 seconds left to go, and Chris Paul will miss the 3. Anthony Davis right there for the rebound and the slam. The Heat would win 121-115 as we keep rolling along. It's March already. We're getting through this season pretty fast. 52-10 are the Sixers. They've at least clinched a play-in spot. Got the Celtics. Following that, Hawks, Nets, Bulls, Wizards, Bucks, Cavaliers. The Nets have really come along with Russell Westbrook on that team now. You got the Clippers and Lakers and the Sonics, Rockets in the West. But let us check out the Lakers versus the Pistons. Kelly Olynyk missing a 3-pointer. Maxi Kleber with the rebound. Alex Caruso handling the ball, passing it to Bradley Beal, who sinks the 3, making it a 110-109 game. Jamal Murray with the 3 for the Pistons. Now here's Lauri Markkanen with the pass to Murray in the basket. 4-point game for Detroit. Bradley Beal missing the shot there. Nerlens Noel with the tip, rebound and basket. Now we got Jamal Murray, the screen, the pass, the Markkanen 3 is good. Pistons up by 5. LeBron James, what can you do for me right now? Passing it to Bradley Beal, who pump fakes, gets the screen, makes the jumper. Timeout Pistons. Let's see what they decide to do after the timeout. Markkanen with the 3. That might do it. Let's see if the Lakers can do in response. LeBron James. No good. Noel does slam it home, but this missed shot here pretty much seals it. Pistons will go ahead and win this game in LA, 129-116. Moving on to Denver Nuggets versus the first place 76ers, trying to get back-to-back championships. Zubats with a basket for Philadelphia. Then you got Otto Porter to Doncic, back to Porter, now to Darius Garland. Jokic getting past Kevin Love for the slam. Tied game at 112. Luka Doncic versus Jimmy Butler. Doncic can't make that shot, but Pascal Siakam's right there for the putback. And this game is over. 116-112. Philly goes down. Moving on to San Antonio versus Houston. James Harden with the jumper for the Rockets. Now it's a 1-point game. Markelle Fultz making the 3. Are you kidding me? From downtown, Fultz. Here's Zion making a nice jumper there. James Harden pulls up for the J, can't hit it. Zion with the rebound. Allen Crabbe with a 3. Allen Crabbe's been nice. He's been a nice piece for this Rockets team. What can you say? Steven Adams can't make that shot. Mo Bamba with the rebound. James Harden trying to ice this game. It's already a 7-point game with 2 minutes left to go. And now that slam by Bamba pretty much makes it a done deal. 147-140, the Rockets win. How about more Spurs to some against the Hawks, which we saw earlier. Steven Adams getting the rebound, missing the shot, getting the second rebound, not the third. Third goes to the Hawks. Now you got Jaylen Brown passing it to Jarrett Allen for the dunk. 133-132. Jason Tatum makes that shot. The San Antonio is now up by 1. 2:45 left to go in the game. Jaylen Brown versus Jason Tatum. Brown missing. Jaren Jackson Jr. with the putback. 1-point game. Mike Conley, the screen, the pass. CJ McCollum with the miss. Steven Adams with the basket. 137-136. Spurs up by 1. You got Jaylen Brown passing it to JJJ with the Trey. 139-137. CJ McCollum. Let's see what he decides to do with the ball here. The jumper is good, and it's a tie game, folks. McCollum can't hit. SGA with the rebound. Passing it to Jaylen Brown. The alley-oop to Jarrett Allen. The Hawks go up by 2. CJ McCollum for 3. Yes, and the Spurs are back up. Now they're up by 3. And the Hawks can't quite take the last shot. Let's see what they decide to do with the ball. Obviously, they're going to want to shoot it. But it's going to be a 3. I mean, more time you take, you're going to have to take a 3, aren't you? Jaylen Brown says no. I don't know why he would. I don't know, man. Maybe not the best plan. But it's a 3-point game with 8.9 seconds left. They can't advance the ball. But let's see if they can pull up a 3 or something. What are they going to do? Jaren Jackson Jr.? Oh, that was not the worst look. 36 for TJ McCollum. 148-143. The Spurs end up winning. I don't know if that was a smart choice to go for 2 instead of 3, but hey, that's their decision. LeBron James could end up winning MVP in the year 2023 in the sim. Kevin Love after him. Ben Simmons, that would be a surprise. It's going to be Kevin Love, by the way. Yeah, we're already at the end of the season. Not even 8 minutes in, and we're already here. I do think we got some playing games to show you because when the playoffs start, I like actually showing playoff games. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Duren, Rookie of the Year. Taylor Ennis, 6th man. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. At this point, you would think he would start winning MVPs, but we still got Kevin Love winning that. Marvin Bagley Jr., Most Improved Player. That's good for him. Yeah, his numbers are pretty solid. I think the problem with him in real life is just injuries. We kind of glanced over All NBA First Team. There they are on a different screen. You got Trae Young, Ben Simmons, Kevin Love, Porzingis, and Jokic. You could tell it's my last season doing this. I was just so over it at this point. So you could see who got on all these teams and whatnot. But I kind of was like, I was so eager to just get started with the playoffs. I kind of skipped past the all the All NBA teams and stuff. But there they are. If you want to check on those, let's check out league leaders. Porzingis ended up leading the league in points, 34.5. Interesting that he wasn't even considered for MVP. We'll see if the Wolves got a playoff spot. Bradley Beal after that. LeBron James. That's just interesting guys at the top there. Andre Drummond rebounds. Trae Young assists. Lonzo Ball steals. Anthony Davis with the blocks. 76ers 61-21. The Celtics 58-24. You got the Hawks 51 wins. And the Cavaliers, Wizards, Bulls. Then you got the Nets, the Heat, the Bucks, and the Pistons. Everybody in the top 10 at least was a 500 team, which is pretty nice. The Wolves just missed out on the playoffs. Pacers, Raptors, Hornets, Magic, and the Knicks. The Knicks possibly, maybe getting Wemby. There was in the back of my mind, I was thinking, man, if the Knicks got Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama, Maybe I should continue this sim because that'd be pretty damn awesome. Holmgren and Wembanyama on the Knicks would be a fun front court to follow, but well, you'll see in a couple episodes what happens. Not to spoil it, but you can kind of tell by my voice that maybe that didn't work out. But the Clippers took the 1 seed in the West. Lakers, Sonics, Rockets, Kings, Nuggets top 6. And you got the Thunder making the play-in spot with the Spurs, the Blazers making a play-in spot with Isaiah Thomas. I think I think if there were a few more seasons left, I probably would have had the Blazers go on a full rebuild or something. I don't know. Their team is kind of in a weird spot, but they're kind of in a weird spot in real life too. They're kind of, I guess they're still trying to find themselves in real life. Got the Warriors 37 and 45. They're also kind of in a weird limbo spot where they're not quite good, not quite bad. They're just kind of in the middle. Mavericks 35 and 47. They just missed out on the playoffs. You got the Suns, Vipers, Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Jazz. Vipers are really starting to fall off in the post James Harden era, and the Joel Embiid struggling to keep that team playoff relevant. And then you got the Pelicans. The Pelicans, this was the final season of the sim, and the Pelicans never really got it going. A couple of playoff appearances here and there, but they had Dwayne Wade, they had Giannis, and still not they couldn't really do much, anything interesting. Yep, there's the mock draft. Wembanyama could be a Nick with Chet Holmgren. That could be fun. We'll see if that happens. You got OKC and SA, the Spurs, as a 7 versus 8 in the first play-in game. And you got the Blazers versus the Warriors, 9 versus 10. So that's what we're dealing with in the West. I'm not quite sure if I show you the East matchups now or if I just get right into simcasting. I know I was quite eager to get through this part because I was capturing this in late December and I didn't have much time to. But here's the Nets and the Heat, and you got the Bucks versus the Pistons. I kind of glossed over this, but the Heat making a play-in spot and not making the top 6 is quite surprising considering how good their team is on paper. But simcasting OKC versus San Antonio Spurs, and this is becoming pretty close down the stretch. Let's check out the end of this game. Got a basket there, but I think that's Mitchell Robinson for the Thunder. George Hill passing it to Robert Covington. Haven't really seen much of the Thunder. There's George Hill missing the shot. Rebound. Williams with the dunk. That's Grant Williams. Now we got CJ McCollum with the pass to Jason Tatum. The 3 is good. So the Spurs not quite dead yet. 123-117 now is the score. Conley to McCollum. Can't hit the shot. Now I think they are most likely toast. They still have a chance to make the 8 seed. But the 7 seed now goes to the Thunder. 125-122 final score there. And let's see. I mean, I think we're gonna go to the East now, and the Nets versus the Heat, right? Or no, wait, we do this next? Really? We do this next? That's weird, right? When we do East game, West game, and then I don't know. I don't know if that makes quite much sense to me, but or maybe it makes sense, and I'm just not really it's not really not clicking with me. But the Blazers versus Warriors. Let's just check this out. Blazers versus Warriors. You got Stewart to Capella with the basket. 105-101. Buddy Hield is on this Warriors team. Haven't really seen much of them. Didn't really see as many highlights as I would have liked to have in this season. But I think I was just trying to get through it quickly to make sure I got it done before the servers went down. There's a basket, though, for the Warriors. 106-105 is the score. Isaiah Thomas. I kind of do select seeing him play well in this league. I feel like his career got cut short due to injuries on the Celtics in real life. So I'm cool with him being, kind of a star in Portland. You got LaMelo Ball making a 3, missing a 3. 108-107 now is the score with just over a minute left to go. The Warriors with the lead. How about the pass to Josh Hart? Makes the shot. 110-109, though, is the score now with 51 seconds left to go. You got Isaiah Thomas getting past LaMelo Ball. The foul. Isaiah Thomas, pretty good free throw shooter. Let's see if he can be clutch here. These are very important. for the 3-time champion Trailblazers. That might be one of the more fun stories of the sim is the Blazers winning a championship in '89 and in 2005. Both pretty unexpected, pretty fun. But the Blazers win this game 114-110. Gordon Hayward 29 points for the Warriors, but the Warriors are eliminated. So you got the Spurs versus the Blazers for that 8th seed. But meanwhile in the East, the Heat versus the Nets. You would think the Heat would take care of business here, right? We'll see. 93-91. Chris Paul versus Russell Westbrook. The pass to Anthony Davis. The baseline jumper is good. It's a tie, or it was a tie game. 95-93 now is the score. Pass to Davis. Makes the basket. Tie game at 95. Paul George pulling up for the 2. Making it 97-95. Russell Westbrook. The screen. The jumper. It's good. Tying the game up. Anthony Davis with the turnaround jumper. It's money. So both teams not giving up, which is nice to see. DeAndre Ayton, All-Star MVP. You got DeAndre Ayton making a basket there. Westbrook, pump faking, missing. Ayton with the pass to Draymond Green. Yes, with the clutch 3. Draymond Green helping the Nets make the or make that play-in spot, that 7 spot. I mean, in the playoffs. Yeah. Yeah, Nets making the 7 seed. That's what that meant. So that's cool. So yeah, we got the Spurs, the Blazers, battling for the 8 seed. Then we didn't see the 9 versus 10 seed in the East. I don't know what the deal is with that, but here we go. So yeah, the Bucks versus the Pistons. Trae Young, Anthony Edwards, versus Jamal Murray and Markin of the Pistons. Let's see how this ends up going. Pistons looking pretty good early on, but the Bucks have taken over, and they will win this game 135-112. So the Bucks will face the Heat. You got the Spurs versus the Blazers. Let's go. Let's see what happens here. Let's go to Spurs Blazers first. I'm glad we actually had a pretty fun play-in tournament this time around. Let's see here. It's close. 103, 110 went away actually, with 3 minutes left to go. There's a dunk there for the Blazers. How about Josh Hart with the basket, making it a 6-point game. 7-point game now. Mike Conley missing the shot. Steven Adams with the basket. A 3-point game. McCollum missing. Rebound Blazers, and the Spurs are in danger. In danger of missing out in the playoffs. Dylan Brooks making a basket here. And with this free throw, it's going to be really tough for the Spurs to really, make a real comeback here. Let's see. There's a free throw. The Spurs need to make a 3 pretty quickly and then try to steal the ball. They never do, but that's what they should do. But they shouldn't take this much time. McCollum. Oof. Air ball. And the Spurs have just airballed their way out of the playoffs. Just like that. Pretty crazy. Blazers beat a very talented Spurs team. Underachieving Spurs team, which has been the story of the sim for them. Is the Spurs constantly underachieving in the sim. I've tried. I feel like I tried. I tried my best to put together some really good Spurs teams, and for some reason, just didn't happen. Never happened for them. The Blazers were able to win a couple championships in the sim. Spurs couldn't even make the conference finals in this sim, which is it's pretty crazy. They had David Robinson, they had Russell Westbrook. They've had some good players over the years, Jason Tatum, and yet could never really get it done. So, but the Blazers get the 8 spot. Now let's check to see what's going to happen between the Bucks and the Heat. The Bucks, Heat, the Heat looking like they're going to win this game. looking pretty comfortable. Yes, they will. They get the 8 spot versus the Sixers. That's a very good 1-8 matchup, if you ask me. And we will be checking out the playoffs in the next episode. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Playoffs, next episode. You don't want to miss it. Like and subscribe.